So let's go further up the food chain. Okay, the applications layer of this stuff. Where do the big players, Google, Microsoft, Apple, how do they all fit into this architecture? So if Taiwan Semi is the kind of, not Taiwan Semi, if NVIDIA is kind of the epicenter of this revolution right now, Taiwan Semi is like at the foundational layer because nobody can do anything without them. Then we've got the big guys with their large language models and what they're trying to roll out across all of their various applications. How are you thinking through the big players?
Yes. So, I would say that is also one of the best questions to talk about because AI will test tech investors because tech investors have gotten comfortable with almost the opposite because mobile is so consumer driven. AI will be very enterprise driven because the most immediate impact that AI will have is driving down costs, increasing productivity for enterprises. There will, of course, be some consumer overlay, but what is really ideal for a stock or for a company is if you take a consumer-facing company like Google and they can inject their AI technology into the ads machine or their Google search. So they don't have to go out and go try to get, lots of consumers to adopt something new. Consumers will simply continue to use search. It'll just be improved search. Advertisers will continue to use Google. It'll just be improved ROI, easier to find your targeted audience. So those pieces are really important because in the past, these innovation cycles, such as mobile, were more democratized. So anyone could really create a mobile app. There were millions of mobile apps. Anyone could create a website. There were, I don't know, hundreds of millions, I suppose, of websites. But where will we actually, where's the product market fit? Where's the market for AI? And that's where I think big tech has a serious, undeniable advantage here, which is that they're not going to create an app and go run around and try to make people adopt it. Obviously, ChatGPT was fun and interesting, but Google doesn't really need that. They can simply improve their own ad machine and their own search engine as is, not have to change, behavior. Microsoft is a very interesting company across all big tech because of its connections with enterprise. So if you're going to drive down costs, increase productivity, who's sitting there best to do that would be Microsoft's suite of cloud products. So again, rather than going out and saying, brand new, everybody adopt this Copilot, we're just gonna add this to Office 365 and integrate that into our product suite. So there's that friction that I think will be very real for startups or other smaller companies, which is how do you get people to adopt AI is not such a problem for big tech because they have the perfect product suite to just bolt that on, improve, the revenues they already have from the customers they already have. And so those are some of the things that are really important. And then, of course, another piece about Microsoft that a lot of people overlook is that investment in OpenAI, basically because those APIs are run on Azure, there's a nice funnel or, Azure is downstream from all OpenAI APIs. So the more that OpenAI is successful, the more Azure will be successful from some of that usage. So there's certainly some nice connections there as well.